guys, the Stormlord, bringing you episode number 6 of this continuing series. Remember guys, this series is for you guys. I'm just trying to develop a nice looking city that has good infrastructure and traffic flow, as well as tackling any other regular little issues that pop on up for troubleshooting purposes for your guys' cities. Remember to drop those comments down there in the comment box for questions, or if you have anything you want to see in this city or things to change, or if you have any questions on issues in your guys' cities, and we can try and find similar issues in this city and tackle them together. So where we left off last time is we added a little bit more industrial to our area. We took care of our need for industry. We have our nice little Riverside Flats area over here with a nice little circle court on both ends and a couple of drives moving to some other houses. And we also have this region up here that's going to be our higher density houses, and I'm thinking that we might be able to include city planning now. So I'm just going to zone this area through here, and maybe we can or what we can do with this is, if we have the city planning available, we do not have high-tech housing yet, so we'll have to wait until we get to 10,000. But I'm thinking maybe these guys up through here will all have electric cars, and maybe, well, we don't really have much else that we can do through here. We can give some services in this area, maybe a water usage ban, or we can encourage these guys to recycle, since this will be a high residential or a high-tech residential area. And what else can we do through here? We could give them all free Wi-Fi, but I think right now we should be okay with what we have until we get to 10,000 population, where we can start to develop this into more of a high-tech area. Now we also got some new mansions throughout here. I thought it would be really cool to add a couple more mansions up along this side, up in here along the mountain. We have 3 right now, and I was thinking maybe we could put a couple more in here. We have this nice little Rico mansion that we could plop somewhere in here. Maybe right through there, that would look nice. Have a nice little mansion, just have some couple mansions up through here. We have a couple of other mansions like this one. It's not as nice, but it's still kind of is an impressive housing. And I want to put maybe one more in here. Maybe we could get rid of this one. Maybe versus destroying it, let's just try moving it. Maybe we can move it over here and kind of give him like his own little area right there. I think that would look nice. And then we'll put this bigger mansion up here. And it seems like the slope is too steep for right now, so why don't we just get our handy dandy little brush out here, and we'll see if we can maybe flatten this out a little bit. And see if maybe we can get this house in here. And it looks like we can now. I'm thinking maybe right there would be a nice little spot for it. And now we have some nice little mansions up here alongside the mountainside. I think that looks fairly nice. These guys have their own little road. It comes off down through here. They have to go through the rest of this little residential area, but I'm thinking maybe later on we'll add some things in here, like some park services to increase the property value. We also downloaded some new parking lot mods, so I'm going to be using those in our city, and we'll move to that here in a second. But I'm thinking maybe to start off, what do we have here? Cleveland Rose. This could be a cool little thing that we could add in here. Maybe bring a little bit of property value up, and we'll just make this go a little into fast forward mode, see if we can get some of these houses to start turning blue. The other thing that we could add in here is we could give a little baseball field, a little park area for these guys. I think that would be nice to have like a little a baseball field back here for all the little kids to play in, and as well maybe give them some like little basketball courts or something in here. Maybe right over in here we could add a little basketball court, and that'll help increase the property value through this area as well. You see we have all of our houses that are starting to upgrade now. And what else could we add in here? We could add a little park area, or maybe a little garden, which could add some additional property value. And I think that this would look nice right here, and that should take care of the rest of this area and get it all nice and nice and blue, or about as blue as you can get. I think it can go up a little bit more, but we'll leave that there. And why don't we add something over here, maybe like a small park with some trees, and maybe we can put that somewhere in town here, maybe right behind the school, have a nice little park, and this will provide some property value increase throughout this area. And then as well, maybe like a little Japanese garden somewhere in here, maybe right over in this part of the town. I'll keep these guys all nice and happy. And what else could we implement in here? We have garages, different parking garages, which I don't think we'll use in this area at least. And a lot of these mods are broken, but I did check a couple of these. These are new mods I downloaded that seem to work. And we could add like a little football club, or maybe even this nice little area through here. We can have a nice little resort area, and it seems like our space is already occupied, but I think that this would be a great spot to put this, maybe right here alongside the river. And I believe that they should have access to the roads. We have a couple houses in front of it, but I think that that'll be okay. And what we can do is we can just add a nice little road through here to connect this. So we'll just get a nice little paved road, and maybe have something come through out here. So now this is connected and everyone can get in there. We have a couple little houses in here, which will be okay, I believe, and this will just help get that property value to increase throughout the area down here. Now it's not as high over here, we'll have to add something over there later, but I'm thinking for now we'll let this be, let them do what it is that they're doing, and we'll continue working on over here with our downtown area where we have our Costco, our Super Target, and maybe add a little bit more onto here. Now we do need demand for a little residential. We think that we have our bus stops that are included, so these guys get off the bus right here and they can walk around wherever it is that they need to. But what we might need to do is create something here for people to cross the street, but it looks like there's not too much traffic flow in here, so it's not a problem that we have to worry about now. But it could be something in the future that we might have to tackle. We might have to create something similar to this over here, but we'll just have to see how busy this gets. And I don't think that this is going to become a super busy area, but it will be something that we'll need to watch. Now we still need a lot of workers throughout this area. This place does not enough workers, and we need the educated class. So I just want to double check, make sure that we have enough education here, and it looks like we're sitting pretty good on that. University's at 3,000. These are being taken care of by our library. I think this was the library right there, but I'm not certain. Nope, that is a residential building actually through here. This is a gas station, modern clinic. I'm actually not sure where we put the library, but nonetheless, they have something to read to help keep them. Oh, this is the library right here, state library. We have this nice little parking lot on the back side of the library, and maybe what we could do is we could bring another road through here to make it look a little bit more realistic. Maybe we can add this nice little 3-lane road through here and let them guys have some sort of a parking option. And maybe we can just do a nice little street. Maybe we can't. Let's see if we can do something with this. Oops. We'll just use the Move It mod to connect this through here, and that should be okay for now. At least there's some form of parking available for them to get in there, and then we can continue. Maybe bring this out through here. Maybe we'll have to oops, that's not what I wanted to do, so let's put that back where it was, and we actually need to grab this road, pull it out like that, go back to our little road like this, do that, and now we should be able to continue with what we wanted to do. So these guys have access into there, and we'll probably have to delete this. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. I think that it should be okay, and it looks like it is. And we'll just bring this road back through here like so, and we'll just continue bringing this out. Maybe I don't believe that we're at that 90-degree mark, but we should be able to pull this pull this road over a little bit, like so, to make it fairly straight. We'll click back on here. Looks like we can pull it over just a little bit more, like so. And now that seems to be lined up fairly well for the most part. This still has a little kink in there. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. Maybe this road needs to be pulled over and then pull this one up and that one like so. If that fixes it, nope, that didn't fix it either. We'll just move it back a little bit then, maybe like so. And you know, it's not perfect, but it's great. It works fine right now. And maybe what we can do is have something going on back over here, but we need to find more of a demand. It looks like we're having a little bit of traffic build up through this region, so this is going to be something that's going to need attention here in the near future. But I'm thinking that we'll go back over here and we will continue to develop perhaps something through here. Now, why is this so elevated? This is not right. So let's see if we can lower this down to the ground, and we take up about half of this. Just looks very, very goofy. Perhaps we can lower it a little bit just to make it look kind of better. Let's see. And it's mainly just this huge little area. So maybe we'll just move this over here for now, and let's see if we can level this part of the terrain out. Maybe what we're gonna have to do is do this little one right here, and we'll just see if we can maybe make this a little bit easier. We'll click back on our Move It mod and move this into place. Maybe we'll have to do like so. And then these guys have this little area, and then we can maybe lift this up like so. And we're still a little bit above, so maybe we can bring this up a little bit more. Try this one. Oh, that's fairly close. We're gonna have to just smooth this out, and that brought it up a little bit too much. And then maybe we'll just bring the strength of this down and see if we can smooth that out, and then maybe smooth through here out a little bit more. And that looks fairly close. We're still just a little bit above where we need to, so maybe we'll just grab this piece and bring this over. There we go. I think that looks pretty close. So we got our little baseball field in here for everyone to come out and play throughout the neighborhood region. We can put some more trees in here to make that look nice, but let's tackle our residential. Now I'm thinking have this be separate. We have a regular drive right here, so maybe we'll bring something up through here, and then maybe have a road come out back here and have a couple of little cul-de-sacs down through here, and we'll turn that into a cul-de-sac and turn this one into a cul-de-sac as well. And this space is already occupied. Why don't we get like a nice little bend through here, maybe? Nope, that's not going to work very well, so why don't we do something like this. Is that going to work out? Heck, kinda. And then maybe we can put some more mansions up through here, connect this, and then do something like this. And then we can put a couple mansions up through here. Now I'm kind of a really unrealistic bridge that goes through here, so maybe we can change this to make it be a little bit more smoother. Maybe have it go somewhere around here, then maybe make this go down a little bit just to make it a little bit of a smoother transition. So then this will have a little bridge through here. Maybe we can bring this up a little bit. And maybe what we could do is we could even add a slight water source up here and have a nice waterfall coming down through here. And I'm not sure where the water would go to, but it could be something that we could add as a nice little waterfall coming off the mountain through here, channeling down through here underneath and going into a little river. But we'll have to find a way to figure out where the water is going to go, whether it goes underneath the highway and into this river over here, or exactly what it is, I'm not too sure yet. But so we have our nice little region through here. I'm thinking maybe we can move a couple of these roads around like so, and maybe even have this come out a little bit more, and then change this into a cul-de-sac as well. I think that those roads were located back here. I think 16 is the one that I like the most. Turn that into a nice little cul-de-sac area. Or maybe it was 16. Yeah, this is the one that I wanted. Put some trees in there, so this will become a cul-de-sac. And as well as we want this to be one, and this two, and that one as well. And then we can continue to develop some things over here. So why don't we get our regular road back out with our nice little trees, and we'll continue bringing this through over here, and then maybe have something that comes down like so. And I don't like how close that is, so let's just move it like this, have this road come out, and then go back to a straight road like this, and then make this into a cul-de-sac afterwards. So let's add a little bit, maybe something that comes up like so, like that, and then we can turn these into cul-de-sacs as well. We'll take number 16, update or upgrade this little section here, and this section down here, maybe like so, and then we can develop this into more residential area as well. Maybe have a couple of roads that come up through here. Looks like the slope is going to be too steep. That one will work. What do we have through here? Nothing. Alright, so this will be fine. So we have to put a little bit of water throughout here. It looks like we're still sitting good on water availability and everything, so we'll just do this quick, put a little area through here, have this one go over up like that, and then we want to satisfy these guys as well. We'll just do that. That looks nice. Everything else seems to be looking pretty well, and then we'll just plop in some more residential through this area. Now I want to throw a couple of trees in here just because it's right alongside the road. So this is a four-way highway, so maybe what we can do is find the four-way with the sound buffer, and it doesn't really look like we have a four-way with sound buffers, unfortunately. We have a three-way, and we could upgrade this to three, but traffic management, if you have one row, you have three going this way, one going this way, you need four, so that way people can select their lane. But what we can do is perhaps not have this be residential, just leave this to be residential, and we could move the roads further down to the south. We could do something like this instead, and then pull that in, pull this road closer, and then we could bring this all nice and tree-like. We can put some bushes alongside the road, maybe some trees like so, just to kind of help absorb some of the sound that comes off of the highway, so we're not making people deathly sick. Because you can see here, if I can do this, we have our noise pollution. And over here, you can already see how much of a difference this made. This lane over here is way more red than this one, and we have a little bit of extra sound coming through here, but we'll just add some more trees, and you can see how the trees actually really minimize how much sound goes through here. Now we have very little sound making it through here. So these guys should be mostly okay, and you can see how the trees really absorb a lot of that sound. And it's not the prettiest thing, but it's going to get the job done. It's going to keep these people fairly happy, so we can do something like this now. And these guys can develop with demand for housing as it increases, and we should be seeing that we shouldn't be having as much help needed. Looks like Costco and this store right here are the only stores. Chuck E. Cheese and Costco are the only people hiring in town. Costco still needs a few people. Looks like they need a lot more uneducated people. So that would we could make it so that way we have less part of our town that does not encourage education. But I think with the demand for these houses that we built up through here, it should satisfy that part of town. Now I'm thinking that we could incorporate this to come over into here, have a road go like this to connect this part of town from this intersection. But for right now, I'm just going to leave this road like this, just so that way we can have a little bit more area for people to get into town. So I think I went a little too far past this, so we'll just do something like that, make it 90 degrees. So that way this part of town doesn't have to drive all the way across here to get to this part of town. They can take this exit and come down to this part of town as well. And it doesn't look like we have anyone taking this road yet, but that's alright. I'm sure we'll get a few cars. Looks like we got a car right here that's coming into town, and they'll take this road all the way down to the friendly little Costco where they can fill their car up with gas. The other thing I wanted to take a look at is our parking lot. So I'm thinking let's get rid of that nasty thing, because that thing isn't doing any good. And let's find the new parking lots that we got in here. So I thought that they were under this in here. They got to be in here somewhere. We have that and this. Alright, so we have some new parking lots. We could do a parking lot like this, which would be nice, and we also have another parking lot that we could have over here, or maybe we can get rid of this road and put this parking lot in there. So let's get rid of this. Well, yeah, we'll just get rid of it now. We'll put this nice parking lot in there, and then maybe that parking lot as well. And then we can have some form of a road that comes up through here maybe. Let's see, we just get our basic 2-lane road, come up, and maybe do something like this, and maybe add, maybe there's a way that we can bring this in a little closer, like so. Lift this up just a tad bit, bring that up. So now these guys can come in here and park. This guy found a nice little parking spot, not to go into Target, but he crossed this street anyways, so I think that this looks nice. Maybe we can put a couple trees in here, or something to make this liven up a little bit. But then we can put some more buildings up over here. We can go to our nice little low residential area, or our low commercial area, and I'm thinking maybe we can throw in like a Petco or something, or a dealership for some cars. But I want to throw in, let's see, we have our nice little Old Navy that we could put in here, but I want to find our PetSmart. So we have a nice PetSmart area that we could put in, maybe right there, have a PetSmart, and then we have Petco. We could have them battle it out, put a Petco and a PetSmart right next to each other. I think that'd be pretty funny. Why don't we throw in a nice little Panda Express? We could put a Panda Express right there, actually. So let's put that right there. Grab the Move It mod, move it over here. Maybe change the orientation of this so it faces the parking lot, just like so. I think that looks nice. Now we have a nice little parking area for our Panda Express. We have our PetSmart, and why don't we go ahead and throw in like an Office Depot here and an Old Navy. Where was the Old Navy? I lost it. Red Lobster, Sonic. What was it? I thought I just saw it in here. So we have our PetSmart, Petco, Panera, Panda Express, Old Navy. Oh, we already put the Old Navy in there. That's what it was. Office Depot. There we go. I think that looks fairly nice. Maybe add a couple of little trees. Maybe a nice little leafy one here, here, here. And then we can move that over here. Maybe we can't. Oh, we don't want to do that. Maybe we'll do this instead. So then we can leave a tree in there and have a tree right there. Is it going to let us put another tree in here? No, it's not going to let us put a tree in there. We could put one right there. I don't like the way that looks, but I will just do this for now. Have a couple trees in town. I think that looks kind of nice. And we have our nice little parking lots for PetSmart and all of our Old Navy, Office Depot, our Target. So I think that part of town is looking kind of nice. And we can put some more parking lots in here and incorporate that. Looks like we have a parking lot over here that came with our little garage. We have a parking garage for all the other businesses throughout this area. And we'll maybe incorporate this parking lot theme style for our commercial area in this part of town over here. We can have a bunch of parking lots and some nice buildings. Now we still need workers for Costco. Costco is struggling to find employees. It looks like they're all outside striking for unfair pay and mask mandate. But let's add some more residential through here. Looks like we have some crime going on, so maybe we can add in a nice little Thai police station here, more like a neighborhood watch kind of, versus like an actual police station. And these are just small. Actually, that's the large one. We could put another small little kiosk somewhere, maybe back through here, have another little neighborhood watch area, making sure that there isn't any bad activities going on. Healthcare looks fine. Death care looks okay. We could add a crematorium in here, but let's first tackle the residential issue and throw some more housing through here. And I'm thinking maybe we can put in another mansion up on top over here. Maybe we can find a spot to set this. Maybe we won't be able to find it. This could be a nice little mansion area through here. And we'll click on this mansion, see if we can bring it up a little bit. And maybe the better option would be just to lower some of the terrain. I thought that this was going to work out, but apparently it didn't. So maybe we'll just do something like this. Oh, we're on a single area, so let's bring our brush size up a little bit. And do something like so. And then we'll have to do something with this. I'm actually not sure what's going on with that, but we'll have to there we go, that looks good. And the issue with this is going to be our road, so why don't we move our road further over. There we go, that looks somewhat good. And then we'll go back to our nice little tool here and see if we can nope, we still can't do that. So let's We're going to have to push this road over further. There we go. That looks better. And this is actually a pretty big incline, so why don't we just raise this up a little bit, like so. That looks better. That'll be really bad in the winter. Hopefully no one slides off and rolls down the mountain. But I think that this looks pretty nice through here, and we'll just move a couple of these trees around so that way they're not in their nice little swimming area. Yeah, I think we got a tree right here. Move that up along the mountain. They got a nice tree going right through the house. So let's move that one over here maybe. Well, the tree is gone, and we'll probably have to move this part of the road out of here and maybe have it go down because these guys, oh, it's really freaking out. Have this come down, and then we can smooth this road out a little bit like so, and then we're probably gonna have to let's see what happens if we move the road up. I don't think it looks good enough for now, at least. They have a little bit of landslide going on through there, but I think that this looks pretty nice. Nice little mansion up on top of the road. They have their own private drive, and maybe we could do something on the backside of the mountain too, where we have some nice little mansion areas. But I think that this looks fairly well. We have a nice little cliff area here, a little bridge that goes over, and then some more residential through here. We put up this little barrier here to keep the sound down. Again, we'll take a look at it. It looks like we're still getting some good noise pollution through there, but it's not as bad. So we could add a couple more trees through here, or we could at least try to throw some more trees in this area just to help minimize the amount of sound that escapes the roads. And we'll take a look and see how much that helped. Not a whole lot, but I mean, at least it's not as bad as what it was, like say over here, where if we didn't have any of these trees, it would be a lot worse. But I think that looks well. Inside town here, we have some very bad noise pollution, so this is something that we can tackle as well, and maybe we can add some more like a tree forest area through here and keep this separate, try and minimize the amount of town. But we do have a clinic for people who get a little noise sick, but the levels aren't, well, they're pretty bad, but we'll tackle that here in a later episode. But all in all, I think things are flowing pretty well. We're at 87% traffic flow. The whole city is looking really great, except for this one area right here. So this is something that we're gonna have to tackle, and maybe we can do it right now actually. So let's just pause our game, and I'm thinking that we delete this. And there's actually a lot of stuff going wrong over here, so maybe we'll take a look at this before we end the episode. And I think what I'm gonna do is we have our road right here that's coming off, and I want to make this a two-way, one-way street, so two cars can come off, one lane of traffic can go in. So we'll go here, I think it's in the next one actually. So we have our 2-lane and our one lane. Upgrade this, switch it around so 2 lanes can come off, only 1 can come in. And I'm thinking we'll go 5 and 5. This is actually hella bent, but we'll do something like this. Let's get rid of our snapping tool, and we'll have it go like this. Turn all of these back on, and then switch to, how many lane are we? We're 11, so we're gonna have to go 6 and 5, 6 and 6. Looks fairly well, and now these cars have a new way to get in on the road. And we don't want these guys to be able to turn back through here, so they'll have to figure something out just because this is going to cross a lot of traffic. So I'm thinking maybe these guys can't turn to cross the road, they can only go straight. and these guys can't turn that way, so they can only go that way. So that way we don't have anything crossing the inflow of traffic coming through here. And as we play this forward, we'll see that we have our cars coming through, and that way all the cars can go right off the road. They don't have to wait for other vehicles to pass, and if they have to, they can go up through here, turn around, or go through here, turn around to get to where they need to be. So why don't we get rid of some of our destroyed or abandoned buildings, and maybe we can figure out what's going on with this. I'm sure it was probably had something to do with not enough workers. We have a very high demand for working force, and Costco is still hiring. So maybe we can incorporate some form of medium residential or higher residential buildings in here. Or actually what we could do is we could develop another neighborhood off of this section. So you guys drop those comments down there. Let me see. I want to see what you guys think about what's going on so far, and we'll continue tackling this population issue and develop more of the city here in the next episode. So until then, guys, remember to hit that like button, check out our other videos on our channel. We got a lot of great content. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll see you in the next episode.